everyone. I'm so grateful to be here with you on my very first Wind Down Wednesday broadcast. My intention for this is to keep these to about 30 minutes, but tonight it may go a little bit longer because I have a few things I want to talk about, a little bit of housekeeping, as it were. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is why am I doing this? About 3 weeks ago, I was on a group text with my mom and my sisters, and my mom was talking about how she missed her weekly ritual of going to church during the quarantine. And I said, well, why don't we do a meditation? And so we all jumped on a video call on Wednesday night and we did a meditation. And while I was guiding us in that first meditation, I saw that this was something that I needed to do every week and that I should try to bring it to a wider audience. And I want to talk just briefly about why ritual is important, why it's important to do things regularly, and especially with a spiritual practice. So, you probably have heard the term muscle memory. If you have ever learned to play an instrument or a sport, any kind of fine motor skill, after you do that for a while, you develop what's called muscle memory. So, you can go years. I went almost 20 years without playing my oboe, and I picked it back up, and it was almost like I had never stopped playing. And it's because I had so many years of muscle memory developed. So, I call energy memory the same thing as muscle memory, but for your energy. So, when you practice regularly, getting into a grounded state, getting into a connected state, getting into a calm state, your body starts to recognize every time you're ready to come into that state, you come into it more quickly. You can access it in more areas of your life. So, not just in your spiritual practice. I've had many great yoga teachers tell me that when you're practicing an asana, a pose on the mat, the purpose is to be in discomfort there and learn how to deal with it with equanimity while you're on the mat so that when you're in discomfort in your everyday life, you can deal with it calmly, you can stay grounded, you can stay connected. So that's a spiritual practice that we work on in a specific area, but the purpose is to make our entire life more relaxing, more fulfilled, to feel more connected and grounded, which we'll probably talk more about in future episodes. So that's why I'm doing this. I thank you for joining me. If you're new to guided meditation, the great thing about being guided in meditation is that it's basically like getting instructions. So if you've never meditated before, it doesn't matter. You're just going to listen to the sound of my voice. I'm going to guide you through it. Your mind will probably wander. That happens to the most experienced meditators. Be very gentle with yourself, be loving. This is a practice, so practice makes perfect, although in this case, you'll never get perfect at that. Emptying the mind completely is not something that we can really do. We can get to a point where we can really calm and quiet the mind. We can step outside of the ego mind and into this larger connected state. But completely quieting the mind really isn't the goal of this. It's just bringing ourselves into a calmer state so that when we do get agitated, we can still access that calm. So, I would also mention that if you're new to meditation, I have some meditations on my website, which is paulataylorenergy.com. There's a link in Facebook as well as on my Instagram bio. There's an intro to guided meditation there. There's a guided meditation for anxiety that also has some chanting. And chanting is great for anxiety. It helps kind of bring anxiety is an energy that bounces around a lot. It's a little bit different than some of the other energetic emotions that we work with. And so chanting can really bring that energy down and you can ground it out and it brings you back into a calmer state. So there's a meditation for that. There's probably 5 or 6 or 7 on there, so I encourage you to check those out. We're going to do this every week, but the more you practice, if you practice every night or every other night, it's great to meditate at night. It gets you kind of into a restful state before you go to sleep. So hence the term Wind Down Wednesday. Pretty much the housekeeping stuff that I wanted to discuss today, and you can feel free to leave me some comments if you have topics that you'd like to hear me talk about or something specific that you'd like me to do a guided meditation for. Send me a message, leave me a comment in the chat here, and I will add it to my list. I'm doing this for a collective. I'm doing this for us to build energy between all of us, not just on our own. Doing this in a vacuum is great, but when you can really connect to other people who are doing the same work as you, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So we can create something even more grand and amazing together than we would alone by ourselves. So initially I wanted to do just kind of an intro to guided meditation, but that's not what I was guided to do, and I've learned to listen to my intuition. So what I want to talk about tonight is worry and fear, and then we're going to do a meditation where we try to dispel some of our worry and try to unknot some of our fear. So to me, worry is like an everyday concern, and fear is the underlying emotion to that everyday concern. So for example, this is a very topical example. Everybody's really worried about what's going to happen with school in the fall. So the worry about what's going to happen is sort of that everyday, is it going to happen? Is it not? We're uncertain. And then the underlying fear there is it safe? So fear is usually more about survival. It's more of a basic instinct kind of a feeling. Worry is in the mind. Worry is, going through your day like, oh, I got to do this. Did I do this? Am I going to get this done in time? That's worry. And worry amplified becomes anxiety. So worry is kind of that little voice that's like, oh, are we doing this? And then sometimes that can explode when we can't get our worry under control. Then it explodes into full blown anxiety, which is this kind of like bouncing around energy. Worry is just like that voice that's running in your mind. So, under worry and anxiety is a deeper fear. It's a deeper fear about safety and about survival. So, what I want to do tonight in our meditation is address worry and sort of send that to be taken care of so that we can really get into that deeper fear. And I encourage you to find this fear in your body. The great thing about a guided meditation and energy work in general is that if you've never done it before, it doesn't matter. You don't have to feel exactly what's going on. The intention is about 90% of the work. So when I give you a visualization or I ask you to feel where something is in your body, your first instinct is right. Even if you can't actually feel it, I keep pointing to my chest because that's where I feel my fear. So even if you don't instantly get an answer, that's fine. Just follow what I'm telling you. If you do, then go to that area. Don't let your mind talk you out of what your body is telling you, what your energy is telling you. That's the best thing about guided meditation is that we're going to get out of that ego mind and into this deeper connection with our soul, with the divine, with the universe, whatever word that you like to use. I thank you again for joining me. At the end of the meditation, I'll be just saying a very brief goodbye. I want to leave you in a nice, relaxed state. To start, I want to talk just briefly about breathing. Put your hands on your belly, lower belly. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and bring that air all the way down to where your hands are in the belly. When you breathe out, if you add that little ha sound, that sigh, that produces oxytocin, which is kind of the love hormone. This gets us out of the sympathetic and into the parasympathetic. So even just me taking that breath now, I'm a little bit nervous about this. I've never done it before. And I can feel, oh, okay, I'm a little more in my body. I'm a little less nervous. I'm a little more ready to lead you in this meditation. So before we start the meditation, for me and for you guys, I want you to take 3 nice deep breaths in through the belly. Keep your hands on the belly just to make sure you're really filling it. And then exhale with a nice long ha sound. You can leave your hands on your belly. You can move them if you want. Place them gently on your knees. Continue to take nice, deep breaths. They can be in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in and out through the nose. You can make noise or not, whatever feels comfortable to you here. If you're sitting in a chair, Notice where your feet are connecting the ground. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Try taking one deep breath directly into the feet, all the way into the toes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a few deep breaths, focusing your attention at the heart. And then either let your hands relax in your lap, or you can leave them at the heart or on your belly, whatever feels comfortable to you. I want you to bring your awareness into your headspace now, into your mind. Pay attention to the thoughts that are coming into your head. Maybe you're wondering why you decided to do this. Maybe you're worried that you're not doing it right. Maybe you're already feeling calmer and more relaxed. Whatever emotions come up, whatever thoughts come up in this process, that's okay. It's normal. So just be gentle with yourself. Let yourself relax. Let yourself think what you think. And you'll notice as you draw awareness to areas, they tend to release, they tend to relax. So take a couple of deep breaths into that mind space, into your brain. And notice that just the act of breathing into the head quiets the mind a bit. And as your mind starts to quiet, your body also starts to feel more relaxed. Your feet are connected to the earth. Now I want you to think about the things you've been worrying about. I want you to imagine gathering these worries up and cupping them in the palms of your hands. Generally, worries are about the future, what's happening tomorrow, what's happening next week, right now. There are so many things that are uncertain. So just gather all those worries. Don't judge them. Don't judge yourself for having them. Just find them in the mind, or if you feel them in the body, gather them up, put them in the palm of your hand. You can hold your palms together. You can put your palms in a prayer position, whatever feels right to you, but make sure that you're focusing these worries into your hands. Take a couple of deep breaths while you do this. Now I want you to imagine that in your hands, these worries transform into the cutest baby animal that you've ever seen. For me, it's a koala. I've always loved koalas. It can be any animal you want. And in your mind's eye, look down at this beautiful, precious little baby animal. Feel how much love comes up when you think about something so precious, so cute. This baby animal represents these worries, these things that we've been carrying with us in our minds. And before we give these away, before we let them exit our energy field, we want to give them love. We want to give ourselves love. It's human to worry. It's human to have fear. It's okay to have these things, but it's also okay to release them, to let them go, to give them over to the universe which knows so much better than we do how to carry our burdens for us. So picture this beautiful little baby animal. Give it love. You can give it a name if you want, whatever feels right here. Really feel that love. Really feel the warmth that comes into your chest. Maybe a smile comes to your face. These aren't your worries anymore. This is a baby that belongs to its mother. And its mother is the universe, the divine. So continue to send love here, and when you're ready, you'll find that your baby animal's mother shows up. She's ready to take this baby from you and give it all the love that a mother gives a child. She's ready to nurture this baby and let it grow into something beautiful and precious that will share its light and love with the world. As you feel ready, you can hand your baby to its mother. Notice how much love this mother feels for her precious baby. Let yourself share in that love for just a moment. That love is for yourself. That love is for the universe. That love is divine connection. And as you're ready, you can release this mother with her baby. Let her go to her home. Let her nurture this. Let her carry this baby with the love of the divine, with the love of the universe. For just this moment, just this evening, let these worries go. Let this baby go. Take a nice, big, deep breath in through the nose, and this time let it out with a big sigh. Your mind is quiet, your body is relaxed. Your feet are grounded, connected to the earth below you. You've sent your worries transformed into love, into the universe. You're connected to that divine love now. You've made an offering of love to the universe, to yourself. And now I want you to find in your body where you're holding fear. It's a deeper sort of feeling further down in your body. The worry is a surface emotion, it's a surface energy. So you're coming in maybe to the heart center, maybe into the solar plexus in the belly, maybe even the pelvis. This is in the body somewhere. And to me, it feels like a knot, like you have a giant rope that's knotted. And what happens when you have a knot in your rope, the energy doesn't flow freely through that rope. The knot is causing stagnation in that energetic field. So take a moment, find that knot in your body. If that imagery doesn't work for you, that's fine. You can find something else that does. If you can't find the fear, that's okay. Just picture the knot, and your intuition will guide you to the area of your body. Let your hands move briefly over the front of your body, and you'll stop. Your hands will naturally stop where you're holding the fear. It might be in more than one place. I have a hand on my heart and a hand on my belly right now. So just for a moment, really feel this fear, really sit in this fear. It's uncomfortable, and that's okay. We're going to loosen this knot in just a minute. But be aware that this discomfort has been here with you all day, whether you were aware of it or not, probably for much longer than just today. Imagine that love you sent to the baby animal, to her mother, to the divine. Let that come through your hands and into this fear, into this knot. You might feel your hands start to heat up. You might feel emotions coming up. Whatever happens, you are completely safe and secure. Whatever's happening in this moment is meant to happen. You have the support of the universe. You have the support of everyone else who's practicing this with you right now. Let yourself sit with this fear for just another moment before you try to change it. Imagine that love that's coming through your hands, that warmth. See it as a light, whatever color feels good to you in this moment. I see the beautiful golden light of the divine here, of the universe, of unconditional love, coming into this fear, this doubt that I've been carrying, that I might not be safe, that I might not be secure, that someone I love might not be safe or secure. As we send this beautiful love and light into our fear, we have the ability to slowly begin to loosen these knots. You can picture yourself using your hands to very gently and slowly loosen the knots of fear in your body. This is deep work, so you want to be very gentle with this. Let that love continue to flow. Let any judgments that come up float away. Any worries that come up can go straight to that baby animal and its loving mother. As you untangle these knots, as you loosen them, you might notice a relaxation in that area of the body, a deepening of the breath. You might have some emotions come up. Let them come. If you feel like crying, let it happen. This is all part of this loosening process. Sometimes we've been holding these fears for so long, we've forgotten that they were even there. They might be driving our decisions in life, and we didn't even know it. So slowly continue to loosen that knot, to untangle it. Take any deep breaths that you need to. ones that you need to. That's the great thing about doing this online. No one hears any noises you make, but you're still part of a collective. You're part of a group of people performing this practice. And that brings more power to the moment. That brings more love to each of us. You may find that your knot isn't budging, and that's completely fine. You can revisit this meditation anytime you'd like and continue to do this work. And I promise you that one day that knot will start to come undone, maybe just a fraction of an inch. But eventually, as you practice this, that knot will completely unfold. That cord will stretch out and lengthen, and that blocked energy will begin to flow through the body again. Wherever you're at right now is perfectly okay. You're in exactly the right moment, in exactly the right place, at exactly the right point in this work. Let your hands come away from wherever you were holding them. Let them rest in your lap. You can point your palms up or down. Even if you felt that your knot didn't loosen, notice the difference in how you feel now from when we started this meditation. Your energy is flowing more freely. You're more rooted and grounded to the earth. You're more present in your physical body. You're more connected to the world around you, to that divine spark, that divine energy that flows through us and around us, that energy that we are made of, that God energy, that energy of the divine, that unconditional love. Even if you've never meditated before, you've taken the first step tonight to inviting more love into your life, to inviting more fulfillment into your life, to inviting more ease into your life. You have the opportunity now to commit to this practice once a week or more. Let yourself burn a little brighter with love. Let yourself flow a little more smoothly in your life. Let this ripple out to those around you, to the people in your family, the people you encounter. As this beautiful divine spark ripples out from each of us, it brings more light and more love into the world, and that's why we're doing this work. We have the opportunity to build a beautiful light of collective energy to change everything about the way we're living. Just with a simple practice of sitting quietly and breathing and examining our own emotions, giving them a chance to release, to relax, to step into that divine flow. Take a final deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. And as you sigh it out, send this love that you're feeling out into the universe. Let it ripple. Let it go where it's needed. Bring your hands gently back to your heart. Slowly wiggle your toes a little bit. You can move your body around a little bit. We're just coming back into the physical body. We've been expanded out into the aura, so we're coming back into the physical here. Bringing back that divine light, that divine love. We'll carry this forward into the rest of our week. Decisions will become easier. Love will come more quickly with more ease. We'll smile more. This is the profound work of a spiritual practice. Let your breathing relax. Move your body a little bit more. Shake your hands if you want, a little bit. You can shake your feet too if you want. Shake your head around a little bit. And then as you're ready, open your eyes. Send yourself some gratitude for completing this practice. Send some gratitude to the others who completed it with you. Bring this relaxed feeling, this joy, this love into the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward